these tonight because I don't have much time because I'm going to go to bed. Yes, I got my blowhard shirt on. It's reversed because I got reverse on this. But I discovered something very interesting about me. So if you're watching this later, little insight into John Livingston, into codename Honey Badger. I discovered what falling in love really is. I never thought. I didn't know what love was until I sat back and had thoughts today. So I didn't go to the gym. I had a very productive day at work. I had a very productive day in general, a very productive day 3. And then I tried to go out and Uber, and it just seemed like things were a little bit slow. They'll obviously pick up this weekend, But one of the things that came up in my mind is I didn't really know what truly meant to be in love with someone until you're forced to let them go because it's the best thing for them. It was really a rare thought. Didn't cry, everybody would think, oh, you probably were crying like a baby. No, I wasn't crying like a baby or really anything of that nature. It was just, I sat and thought, like, for the first time, I didn't think about how I felt. I didn't think about future plans or anything of that nature. I thought strictly about this other person and how the best thing that I could possibly do right now is not call them, not text them, not email them, not throw out a smoke signal of some sort. The best thing I can possibly humanly do for this person is to leave them alone. And I love them so much that that's exactly what I'm going to do. Man. It hurts because I screwed it up. It hurts me because I know I screwed up really bad. And I'm going to say that every day for the next 87 days. Because I'm never going to blame anybody else but myself. Because I was telling a person today, I was telling somebody I was driving. Hi, Max Quinn. I was driving a customer. Hi, guys. And I was driving somebody Uber. I only did like 5 rides tonight because it was real slow, or everybody wanted to go places I refused to go. They're too far and going to waste too much gas. And one of the really interesting conversations was this lady had gotten in the car and she was having one of those crummy days where she was spilling drinks, and she's a waitress. She's a server. And she said it was the worst day she'd ever had being a server, screwing up people's orders, spilling stuff. And so I kind of half-assed told her the story. And she smiled because it made her feel better that she was, obviously she wasn't having that bad of a day. But, compared to what I did over the weekend, yeah, what she did at work was very lighthearted. Hi, John Gilbert. And she said something to me. She said, well, I've heard of people who've done worse. And she starts telling me a story about a roommate having an affair with some married woman who's the best friend of somebody's family member. It's just interesting story. And I sat back and she goes, "So does that make you feel better?" And I go, "Nope, don't make me feel better." And she goes, "Why?" I said, "Because I have to own this. I screwed this up. And the best thing I can do for all parties involved is to just stay away. Let everybody heal and move on. That's all I can really do. I've already apologized as much as I humanly can. There's no apology in the world that's going to make things better. But I have to let go. Just a fact of life. So I decided to do this live and raw instead of pre-recording it, because I was more on a time crunch than anything today, because I'm trying to get some sleep. I haven't been sleeping well. I decided not to go to the gym today because my legs are sore from yesterday's workout. But like the whole weekend, this whole coming weekend, all the gyms from Stockton to Lodi to Sacramento all close at 9 p.m. the next 3 days. So I figure I'm going to do is right after work, I'm going to go to the gym over in Elk Grove, California. And at least one of the gyms over there. I'm going to go to Elk Grove, California, go to the gym. And then I'm going to Uber in Sacramento tomorrow night, because there's supposed to be a bunch of events and concert type things at bars. And, pulling all nighter. Pulling all nighter tomorrow, pulling all nighter on Saturday, do a little half ass on Sunday, and be ready for next week's crunch. Fuck, man. I am ruined in a lot of respects. I'm ruined because I did something stupid. I became the bad guy. I feel bad about it. At the same time, I don't know if I'll ever find anybody that will match what I'm looking for anymore. Even when it's all said and done, even when I've rebuilt everything, rebuilt the bank account, rebuilt my body, rebuilt my life, at my age, which is 40, going to be 41, I truly believe that I'm not going to find anybody that's going to match what I'm looking for now. And I don't think I'll ever be willing to settle. I know what I felt. I know what it was like. I was thinking about that, like, man, even if everything went down the way it should have, it still would have been the same outcome, as far as, because there's no way I could be with this person, I guess. Circumstances, things of that nature. Even though it would be cool, and even though it would be awesome, and even though it would be magical, I'm a realist. I understand situations. I understand responsibilities, I guess is the best term. But now I got to make day 4 count. And every day for the next 87 days, I need to make them count. I need to make them for not for nothing. I need to change whatever was inside of me that made me into that bad guy. Not just a bad guy, but a guy who lost his temper beyond losing his temper. I got to fix that. So 87 more days. Day 3 is done.